Modern women are convinced that getting married means they won the game of life, but they always seem to do their victory dances a little too early, and sometimes they pay the price for it. This is a video for you here today from Shaq Reacts titled Man Calls Off His Wedding After His Fiance Says This One Thing. Sounds like a good one. Let's jump into it.
You're literally not going to believe this, but my fiance wants his dad to check my hymen before we get married. My fiance proposed about 8 months ago, and everything seemed to be going really, really well. I'm a virgin, and so is he. And he said that he wanted to wait until marriage, which I didn't put up a fuss. I was like, it's fine. We can just do that. I'm okay with that. He told me earlier that in his family, the father always checks the virginity of the bride the night before. And I thought he was joking.
That may seem a little extreme, but in today's day and age, it's really not surprising how somebody may want to check under the hood before signing the papers.
I thought it was a massive joke, but he was dead serious. Looked me in my face, dead serious. He said that the night before the wedding, he wants me to my legs for his father, himself, his brother, and their uncle. I told him there's a fat chance that that's not going to happen, and he was begging me to go forward with this. Begging me. He said, my mom did it, and I just want you to prove to me how much you love me.
It is kind of weird how his entire male family insists on confirming this. There are other ways if it means that much to them. Nobody can really blame her for being weirded out by the whole thing.
You requested a singer, a famous singer, to come and serenade both of you guys, the bride and the groom, and you realize that your wife is holding the singer because that's her favorite singer. Imagine as a husband where all these folks are watching on your wedding day.
He should be hugging her new husband and dancing with him, not putting her face as close to the singer's crotch as possible. This is a marriage that expired the second she said, I do.
That your bride has her head by the man pee-pee. Don't want to let go. Imagine how that man feels. Imagine the disrespect. He's trying to touch his wife while she's holding another man. He's trying to caress his wife and hug her, and she went straight for this man. Look at that. Look at how her husband looks. Look, he embarrassed. Look, he can't even grab his wife. Listen, if that was me, Lord have mercy. I would have walked out and delivered. Look, he's trying to get her attention, and she don't even look.
The most disturbing part is how if he ever talks about how disrespected he felt at that moment, she will tell him that he's insecure and that he needs to stop overreacting. His feelings are clearly not her priority as a wife.
That back in the day, men would approach women in public much more frequently, and now it seems to be not very popular anymore. What's going on?
A few moments later.
Stop! Stop! You gotta go!
I don't like her.
I'm not. You're in a way.
I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking.
Typically, if a woman is yelling at you like that, it's usually the best case scenario since she's not armed and she's not shoving a camera in your face. This is why men have stopped approaching. There's nothing fun or even pleasant about it. With that second peck on the cheek, he's pretty much sealed his fate as a creeper. This guy just needs to move on with his life. Doing anything else is just asking for trouble.
I was dating this girl, and on the first date, I believe a guy should pay for everything really early on. And the first date, I paid for over $100 dinner, whatever. I expect to pay over $100 for dinner. Second date, $100 dinner, valeted. Then we went to a bar after. That would be a good idea to take her to a bar after, just to play some pool, get a couple drinks. I paid for us to get inside the bar. It was a cover fee for some reason. And then we went to the bar to get some drinks. I was just getting one because I was driving. And so I was just going to get one beer, like $8 beer. And she was like, oh my gosh, you've been paying for everything. Let me buy this beer for you. Is that okay? Will you let me do that? And I was just like, that's like $8. Like, I paid for it all. Like, yeah, that's fine. And she looks at me like starts twitching a little bit and then bought me the beer. But I could tell she was so mad. Get out of there. If you buy everything, I expect a guy to buy everything early on, but one beer for $8.
The fact that modern women feel like they need to put men through financial tests really shows how heartless a lot of them can be. They don't actually view men as human beings, only as service providers, and that's incredibly messed up.
There was a time in college, like I was on Tinder, swiping through guys. This profile comes up, and it's like 3 guys in one profile. And I was like, that's funny, like, because it had all 3 of their names in the name section. And so I matched with them and I messaged. I'm like, is this like what I think it is? Like, are you all trying to like do something like together with like one girl? And they said yes, they were down. And so since it was college and we all lived with roommates, we didn't really have a private space to do it in. And so we went into one of the science building classrooms.
College was intended for people to pursue higher education in fields that actually matter to the world. Now it's just an excuse for people to get intoxicated and do as many, crazy things before they graduate with a worthless degree.
If I was with a guy, I couldn't be with a masculine man because I'm masculine. I would really want him to be feminine. I would want him to shut the fuck up and cook and clean.
What?
She has never been with a feminine man before. If she had, then there is no way she would stand being with a man who would tolerate that much disrespect. She's literally recording herself committing a crime, and even when she tries to do it, all she proves is that she can't even steal a ride on the subway without making a fool out of herself.
The biggest part of my debt is that we spent a ton of money in traveling in the last few years, and we just need to at least cut back. Like, we can't travel like the way we have been.
What about the memories?
The memories,
Priceless
memories. You can say that the memories are priceless, but it's not. That's not showing up in reality when I'm $20,000 in debt.
Oh my God. Well, reality is actually like budgeting like for travel every month. Like, I know there's like debt, but there has to be a budget to travel because I'm not staying at home. I'm just not. We have to explore.
And that's a big chunk of what needs to go into paying off debt right now.
It sounds really, really selfish that you can travel your way to McDonald's and Chick-fil-A and stuff, but then you're saying no to getting on a flight?
The memories aren't going to keep the debt collectors at bay, nor are the memories going to keep food on the table or the lights running. This woman has never had to face any form of responsibility a single day in her life.
There's a guy I interviewed, and he married a Christian woman. No kids, not overweight. They have 2 children together. One day he comes home. The wife has filed a temporary restraining order on him. He's kicked out of his house. No trial, no evidence, no nothing. He has to wait. It's during COVID, so he has to wait a year and a half to even get to see his children. And by the time he gets to court, the mom's been in the kid's ear saying how terrible of a person he is. Now they go to court and they say to him, well, you haven't been in the kid's life for a year and a half, even though she lied about the abuse and they figured that out in court. This man had, and I saw his court documents, text evidence that this woman was planning to do this to him. In the year, he still had to pay the mortgage on the house. He still had to pay child support in that year and a half period. He hasn't seen his kid. Michael, they live a mile from him. Because, can you imagine going through that? I've interviewed so many men that I would not be surprised if they committed.
The fact that women like this have no problem emotionally manipulating their own children just to get a divorce payday really does go to show why getting married is such a dangerous game, especially for men.
We both have the same type of man. Like, we like a nasty fucker. We like a fucking criminal. Like, straight up someone who is so visibly violent. That is our type. Like, someone that if we bring them home to our parents or show them to our friends, they're like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why do they have gold teeth? You should never even have approached that man in the first place. That is someone who will lead you into a violent and tragic death. And Natalie and I are gonna kill your dog. They're gonna kill your dog. They're gonna kill or fuck your dog. And Natalie and I are like, hot.
The funny thing is how these are the exact same women who will record themselves in their car while endlessly whining about how they can't find any good men anywhere, even though they've made it obvious they want bad boys for excitement and good men to clean up the mess.
What's your age?
47.
Have you ever been married before?
Yes, 25 years.
25 years?
Mm-hmm.
And then divorced?
Yep, I'm in that process now.
Was it you that filed for divorce in the marriage or your husband?
No, it was me.
What's your mindset going back out into the world single?
It's scary. It's a little scary because I think I'm a little outdated. Things are done differently now. You know, it's not the same. It's not the same as 30 years ago.
She initiated the divorce and the proceedings aren't even done yet, but she's still out there trying to find her next replacement. Women like this are absolutely clueless when it comes to men. But anyway, guys, we're going to be leaving today's episode there. As always, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you are new here. Drop a comment, and I will see you all in the next one. Make sure you take care of yourselves. Peace.